Hello, Toxic Parents. I have some new comics to review, and as usual, they're brought to you by my own works. Caprice and Other Stories is the short story horror novella. $8 on Lulu. And also you can find it on Barnes & Noble's Nook, by the way. I'll see if I can put the link at the bottom. My comic book Red Knight is still going strong, and issues 1 and 2 are currently out. You can, let's see, you can order it by finding me on PayPal using my email, brother-justin@hotmail.com. And the third issue should be, I should be getting previews ready for it in a couple weeks, so look for it. Also, I want to let you know that I am doing an interview with PM Knight on his channel, where he's talking about all sorts of stuff. My YouTube channel, my written works. We even talk about Batman for a second. And I'm going to put the link at the bottom as well. So, I think that's it as far as like that stuff is concerned. Let's get to some comic reviews. Now, here we go. We got DC's Batwoman number 4 by J.H. Williams III and W. Hayden Blackman. And wow, what a way to open a book. This book is like, one of the things I really love is the way Williams juxtaposes scenes together. Like Kate Kane and Maggie Sawyer are sleeping together for the first time. At the same time, Flamebird is getting the shit kicked out of her and nearly killed. And I love the different art style. The sequence with Flamebird is pretty traditional superhero comics, done with sort of the Williams paneling, but mainly pretty straight and narrow, pretty straightforward superhero art. And the love scene is done sort of almost, kind of got this kind of hazy, kind of foggy look to it. It's mostly done in black and white, and is one of the few fellatio scenes I've seen in a comic superhero book for a while. Wow, what a great opening to a book, and just beautiful. This book just never fails, really. I mean, this would have been good. This whole sequence is 5 RAM chips. Then we go to we got 2 investigations going on at the same time. Batwoman's investigating the Weeping Woman murderer, and at the same time, Cameron Chase is on her ass trying to find her. And love that shit. I love that stuff. And it seems like up until recently, you know, comic artists weren't doing like panels like this. I really like the fact that Williams has been able to bring back sort of, you know, a different sensibility to comic art. Everything just gotten so similar, and you know, wow, there's a lot of ads in this. Holy shit! There's like, I just noticed, like, how many fucking ads are in this thing in the back? Good lord. Jesus. Anyway, Chase is getting closer and closer. So it's very exciting. You should be reading this. 5 RAM chips, required reading. And not so required reading is Justice League. This is issue 3. Yeah, I know it's late, but you know, I got stuff to do. Now, it's by Jeff Johns and Jim Lee, and we are finally introduced to Wonder Woman! And this is Wonder Woman 5 years ago when she just entered America for the first time. And there's some brief explanation that not everybody really likes her. There's protesters here going, hey, she's a dirty, dirty pagan. And, you know, you're going to hell. And I would hope, and I don't know, if DC's New 52 is going to approach that kind of subject. Because I always thought that someone like her wouldn't be loved by everybody. Her viewpoint on the world would be met with some opposition. Not just by evil people, but stupid people. And then, of course, she is attacked by parademons. And, oh, by the way, I did love the scene where she gets that ice cream, she discovers ice cream for the first time with this ice cream vendor on the side, and she compliments him on, on creating this thing. It's like, It's like, no, there's like 8 billion people sell ice cream. It's not the guy. But it's like, what does she know? She's probably been in America for 2 seconds. So we get more action, action, action while Cyborg's dad is rushing to try and save his son, trying to make up for all those lost football games. Then nice little 2-page spread there. And let's see, if Jim Lee knows how to draw anything, it's hot women kicking. That's probably his forte. Hal Jordan is still a fucking douche that I'd like to see tortured to death, but you know, whatever. And I love Darkseid's entry into the story. Apparently Cyborg can see into him, or see, get a vision of him. Love that sequence, by the way. And that's kind of it. Parademons are in the water, too. And Jeff Johns does, you know, one of his signatures, where he ends the issue where someone shows up. It's like, wow, this person showed up and said something. Amazing. He's the master at that. He is the master at people showing up on the last page. And in this case, it's Aquaman, who, of course, everyone knows that he's doing a huge job, you know, with the Aquaman book. Anyway, he's almost overcompensating, trying to make him look tough. But he shows up, and he's already kicked the crap out of a parademon, and he says, they're in the water, too. So, who's in charge here? I vote me. I vote fuck you. But, pretty good stuff here for the most part. A little, I don't know, a little over-the-top stuff here and there. But not bad. I'm going to give it 4 Ram chips. Just, yeah, 4. And over on DC's Not Vertigo, I, Vampire. And this is issue 3, and this is by Joshua Hale Falkoff and Andrea Sorrento. And let's see, we get more into Andrew Bennett's history here and his partnership with, oh, I can't remember his name. I can't remember the guy he's working with. But we get to see into their partnership. They've been working since the 60s. Maybe not a partnership, but you know, they've occasionally like helped each other out. And this is their first meeting, and where he realizes, like, you know, what's kept the vampires from taking over has been, you know, Andrew Bennett, and we run into this other girl here, who is kind of a vampire hunter. I love the muted colors in this book, and then there's a little flash to where they're heading. So we're obviously going to see a Batman crossover, which isn't too crazy, because back in the day, this character was first invented. He did a Brave and the Bold appearance with Batman, so not too crazy. I'm give this you know, 4 Ram chips. You know, I really think you should consider reading this. This is a nice little book, I gotta say. Instead of reading all 18 Batman titles, maybe you should drop 1 and then pick this up. You'd be glad you did. Now, let's head over to Marvel, and we got the Avengers. What is this thing called? Avengers Sanction, by Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness. Haven't read their stuff in a while. We open up with the Avengers fighting, you know, some of the usual villains they always seem to fight, and this is actually all you see of, you know, the rest of the guys. This is mainly Captain America versus Cable. And Cable, you know, who we thought was dead, has come back, and he apparently blames the Avengers for what had happened to him and Hope. Of course, I didn't read any of that stuff, so I get the feeling from reading this that it's kind of a mystery, even if you had read that. And this is going to be explaining to new readers and old readers. At least that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And well, the book opens up with him kidnapping Falcon. It's like, you know, every time I see Falcon suddenly showing up with the Avengers, like he's always there, he gets kidnapped. I mean, I've seen that, I think, a couple of times. It's like, that poor bastard. He can't ever get any real respect. I like the Falcon, too. And he's like a more likable Hawkman, but with a sensible continuity. Anyway, they have a pretty decent fight here, and I gotta say, I'm loving McGuinness's art here. He draws a very kind of twisted, really fractured kind of looking cable, and nice clean looking Captain America here. I love seeing them switch weapons, which yes, I know happened in Daredevil just recently, but it's kind of cool seeing Cap shoot Cable with a gun. And of course we're getting more. Of course we have the cliffhanger with Cable revealing that he's blaming the Avengers, and of course we get that kind of tight cliffhanger there with him and Captain America. So I'm liking it so far. I'm going to give this 5 RAM chips. I really did enjoy it, and I hope it goes somewhere. But so far, so good. Now let's go to Spawn from Image, and it is, of course, done by John Jeff, Todd McFarlane, Will Carlton, Simon Karansky, whose art is still beautiful. It almost reminds me of the TV show version of Ghost in the Shell, actually. And some kind of the occasional like adult, not adult like porno, but I mean adult like really kind of serious like animes you see. His work kind of reminds me of that. And Jim Downing is still doing stuff in the public eye, and people love him because he's a healer or something like that. And then we have monsters plotting, and then they're plotting, and then these guys are plotting, and then I got this guy with the baby. I gotta be honest, I was really excited when I started reading Spawn after issue 200, and had kind of a really renewed vigor in the series, which I hadn't had since like issue 1. And now I'm starting to see the problems with this mainly new team with the book that I did originally. It's a book that goes nowhere, and it takes a long time to get to nowhere, and there's a lot of exposition, and it's getting tougher to read actually, because for the first couple of issues I was kind of caught up in the suspense, but when you keep doing the same thing and just stretching it out, it just gets harder to keep that suspense going. I'm gonna keep reading for a couple more issues, but I'm contemplating dropping this. I'm going to give this 2 RAM chips, but the art is really nice. Very, very, very nice. I think that's about it, so push the button, Lindsay.